Hi everybody, Rod back with you again. Hope you're enjoying your day. I decided to come out to my spot again here. My phone fell over, so that video went to kapoof. So I got my phone propped up a lot better now, and what I'd like to do today is show you something that I've been working on. I've got my Husqvarna Model 20. When you buy these guns, they do come from the factory, a 2.5 inch or 2 9/16 chamber. A lot of guys go ahead and shoot 2 3/4 in them anyway. I really don't advise it. The gun should fire what it's designed to fire, which is this round here, 2.5 inch smokeless upland bird loads. These are Lyle Vales. You can get them made by Kent Game Bore, Boss Cartridge, a whole bunch of them now, RST, and these are loaded 1 1/16 ounce number 7, smokeless powder. But something I was working on, when you can't find those shells, well, and you can't find your 2.5s, and you got one of these guns, and you don't have a chamber reamer to open up the 2 3/4 like I did. What do? Well, you go to Canadian Tire, and you buy some of these Winchester Universals. They're fairly inexpensive, like 100 rounds for like, I think $60 or $55, something like that for a bulk pack. These are number 7.5 shot. What I done is I cut the crimp off the top, as you see right here on this shell. You see how the crimp is folded over? Well, I just took my knife, I trimmed the very, very minimal top amount here off to get the crimp to come out of the shell. I inserted a card wad, and I re-rolled the edge over with my antique roll crimper, and I have basically a 2.5 inch upland game load, like a 1 ounce load. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fire at my container on the ground, right about there. Not quite sure if you'll see it there. I'll put it a little further out. I think the way that my phone is sitting, you might not see it. So just have a washer container here. I'm going to place it on the ground over yonder. I'm going to walk back to the car. It's not a far shot, guys, but I'm only doing this for demonstration, just to show you how effective they can be in comparison. So in the right barrel, I'm going to use the shell I made cut from the factory one, and then I have a factory one that's 2.5 already. So we're going to close the gun, and gun is choke modified on both barrels. So say that was a rabbit or a grouse there sitting in the alders. Well, let's see what my home brewed 2.5 roll crimpers do. Well, that sent Mr. Jug flying. Well, now let's try the regular 2.5 inch. This is the left barrel. And sent it flying again. So, as you can see, there's what you have after it's fired. And you could probably re-roll that 1 or 2 more times if you had to use them. I suggest resizing these because these swell up quite a bit. They're kind of cheapy brass on the bottom or plated. But they work fine. Nice primer strike. And they're clean burning. And the roll crimp, you see where I trimmed it off and it folded out. So we'll do that. And here's your factory one with your star crimp. So those other shells are technically a bit shorter than 2.5, but they're perfectly fine to shoot in a single shot or an over and under or a side by side. I don't think they would cycle in a semi or a pump gun because of their length. But you know what? If that's what you have to do to get your old gun out in the field, there's no issues with it, as you just seen. Totally effective. And that would have been a dead animal. That would have been a dead rabbit, a dead grouse, pheasant, small game animal of any kind. So if you're going to buy one of these guns, make sure again you do your bore check for dents, rust, pitting, loosen the action. This one's nice and tight. It closes like a drum. It's real tight, and it's a solid shooting gun. I bought this about 14, 15 years ago. I paid $165 from Tradex when they were open in Canada. They closed, became in their surplus. They did have a little bit of these left over when they had the company changeover, but that price was gone out the window. These were selling anywhere between $300 to $500 depending on your condition. They're also available in 16 gauge, and they're also available in the Cape gun, which is a rifle on one bore and a shotgun on the other. 12 or 16 gauge on one side, and the Swedish moose hunting round, 12.7 by 44. So that's my video for today, guys. Got a few things to do today, so I thought I would just take a chance, get out and do this for you and show you how I was making 2.5-inch smokeless loads back in the day before I had any serious reloading gear and the funds were kind of short. So that's what I was doing, and you see, they were perfectly fine. So enjoy your day, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.